Okay, what I'm going to be doing here in this video is further study of a photo that's become known to be the one-legged astronaut, a brilliant discovery by the author of the excellent site Apollo Reality 2. Now, for all those who really want to see evidence of fakery of the moon missions, you cannot do better than to plot into your Google search Apollo Reality 2 and follow each subtitle as you go along. A very excellent site, highly recommended. Now folks, do you think that numbskull Astrobrant came back and said yes, he can spot the extra 2 anomalies? No, he did not. You see the brains of Expattaffy? I put these narsoles in a no-winnable situation. A week after I gave him that challenge, this photo got deleted and replaced with an altered photo. NASA discovered the second anomaly, which I said is very easy, and they have altered the photo to correct that anomaly. Okay folks, if you plotted in the number for this photo today, this is what you get from all the sites showing Apollo 14 photos. This is the photo you'll get today. This is the altered photo. Now, observe the sky. Notice the difference. It's now brighter near the astronaut. The photo is brighter, and you can now see the aerial from the sky down to his pack. Now come on folks, do you think this is altered or not? Or do you think it looks exactly the same as the previous one? Now, if there was a genuine aerial on the previous one, then why the need to alter the photo, folks? Why the need to alter the photo? Now, we're looking now for the third anomaly. Something nobody have ever noticed before. And just as I told you in volume 14, nobody solved the lit-up astronauts on the ladders because nobody with the brains of Expattaffy had attempted the task before. And the same goes for this third anomaly here. I even gave the numbskull Astrobrant a little tip to see if it could help him spot the anomaly. And what was that tip? That tip was, you cannot spot the anomaly in this photo until you examine a photo from a future mission. So folks, just what is that photo? Let's take a look, shall we? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as far as that photo from a future mission is concerned, I wasn't really being fair there by saying studying a photo from a future mission, because I should have said there are many photos you can study from future missions. And here's a good example. Here's a good example. Anybody see the connection in this photo and the previous? Okay, what I've done here folks, I've taken another future mission photo, combined it with Alan Shepard on the moon. Anybody spot the connection? What have these two photos got in common? Nobody spotted it? Well, perhaps I'd better tell you. It's wheels. Wheels on the rover and wheels on Alan Shepard's cart. Now there's the third anomaly, folks. There's the third anomaly. Now, one of you may be asking, what the hell has wheels on this rover got to do with proving Alan Shepard's photo to be fake? Well, just remember, what do they say about NASA today? Never a straight answer. I remember maybe about 15 years ago or so, you could contact NASA on their website, ask a question, and you would get an answer within 24 hours. That is not the case today. They simply refuse to answer any questions whatsoever. As Marcus Allen states, you've tried contacting them time after time, they will not answer. The reason for that is many answers they gave in the past were damn ridiculous and showed them to be a complete bunch of idiots. You cannot have air-inflated tires on the moon. So, what has that got to do with Alan Shepard on the moon? We'll take a look at this photo. Okay folks, here you are. Alan Shepard on the Earth, training, and he's got his trolley. And as you can see, it's got wheels with air-inflated rubber tires. Now if you check the net, today when you first look at this video, there will be nothing on the net mentioning these rubber tires on this trolley. But let me assure you folks, within the next week there will be a website with an article where NASA will have an explanation for these rubber wheels. What they'll most probably say is they're not rubber at all, they made them out of some other material that's resistant to heat, maybe concrete or something. Now some of you may ask, why am I bothering with this photo? Well, that's my technique. I discover so many errors because I don't just examine one photo. I always pick on a photo and I examine the one previous and the one following. That's my technique. Now, another numbskull, Christopher, he insists all these errors I am discovering are just my imagination. They cannot be there, he states, because these photos have been about for 45 years and nobody discovered them before. Well, the reason for that is nobody have been using my technique before, have they? That's why I'm discovering so many, as you can see in my volume 14, where there is 80 whistleblowers clues in just the two ladder descent for Apollo 11 and Apollo 12. Now, looking at this photo, another narsehole by the name of Astrobrand2, if we ask him, come out, tell us, what do you think of this photo here? Is it genuine or is it fake? The man would not answer, folks. He hasn't got the guts. He knows it's fake because he's working for NASA. But what he would do, he'd send one of his extra IDs, Joan Evans or Cruiser 66, to say it's a good photo taken on the moon and it's genuine. He wouldn't have the guts to do it himself. That man knows it's better to keep your mouth shut and look like an idiot than to open it and prove you're an idiot. Now, I'll take you to the next. Here it is. I've cropped this up to enlarge it a bit for you to see some of the errors. Any of you spot any of the errors? Well, take a look at the next photo coming up. Here you are. Here's their aerials. Both the ones we've just been looking at. The one on the left is 9405, where NASA just altered the photo and penciled it in white. In the previous photo on the right here, you can see it's penciled in black. Now you can have nutters like Brian Pop Robson saying they're genuine aerials. Now, for anyone to insist that these aerials are genuine, they're going to be looking pretty silly at the end of the video when I prove that these astronauts are faked and just copied and pasted onto a moonscape. How the hell can you have a genuine aerial on a fake astronaut? Just remember, folks, fake aerials means no radio, means no communication, means not on the moon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed with showing you the further two serious anomalies in this photo 9404, let me show you what I've done here. From past experience, where I've proved a photo to be completely fake, NASA, upon accepting that it's fake, have been deleting the descriptions of the photos because they know the descriptions they had makes them look really damn stupid. So what I've done here, I've gone to the Lunar Surface Journal and I've copied the description of this photo and pasted it on here, just in case NASA decides they want to delete. Now, here's that photo. I've cropped it and zoomed it up a bit for you. Any of you see any serious anomalies here? Well, the first one is easy to spot. There is no tracks from the wheels of this go-kart, front or back. Why is that? Because it's simply been copied and pasted onto a fake moonscape. Now, the other serious anomaly, folks, well, you're going to laugh your socks off this. You're going to laugh your socks off. Now, if you watch my previous videos, you see I always ended up with a grand finale, irrefutable evidence. The last one being a flamingo in the footpad of the Apollo LEM, or Apollo 11. I always have a grand finale for all my videos, and I'm going to do the same here. The best piece of evidence that these photos are fake. Now, if you take a look at the photo on the left, 9404, that was taken before the photo on the right, which is 9405. Remember I just told you the astronaut never walked anywhere? All his footprints are in front of him? Well, if you look at the previous photo, 9404, the footprints there are identical. The footprints got there before the astronaut got there. Oh my God. You can see why I love making NASA and Astrobrand a bunch of idiots, can't you? I'm really enjoying this. Okay, now that I've just exposed just about all the errors in that astronaut photo, I wanted to take a look at this one final photo here. This is 9406, the one directly after the astronaut. Now, the only visible feature on here interesting is there is tracks showing from the trolley or cart. Now, don't you think it's very strange they would bring out a photo to show tracks when they never showed any tracks at all in the photo that had the trolley? Now, what you've got to make up your mind here is, which is it? Either this photo lab staff are completely stupid, or they could be very, very clever. This photo here is just a clue, a whistleblower's clue telling us, just remember, there should be tracks from that trolley. There is not. I go for the latter, folks. Okay, before I wrap up this video, two things I want to clear up here for the benefit of those who are not familiar with the situations. All these photos were faked and they were composites. It was about 4 or 5 years ago, while studying these photos, I discovered these black marks, which initially I thought were rocks, were reappearing in photo after photo, a particular shape and the same position. As you can see here, the top left-hand one is directly above the top left-hand crosshair, and the bottom one is directly below the bottom right crosshair. Now, after studying these, I put this to David Percy for all this online. He done a thorough investigation and concluded that they were peg marks. Pegs for holding the photo down while they faked them. They are composites, folks. Okay, another important point about these photos, despite them being all fake and composites, I have shown many photos that, as you can see here, have been photoshopped. Something the numbskulls like Krista Val and Bertie Slack insist is impossible because Photoshop wasn't out in '69. Well, quite right, it wasn't, but these idiots are too thick to realize there's two reasons for using Photoshop. One of those is the photo was made after 1989, or it was made prior to '89 as being altered after '89. Now, what I've done here with that fake composite photo that's been Adobe Photoshopped to correct any errors in it, I have copied and pasted onto it here the description from the Lunar Surface Journal, just in case NASA decides to delete the description as they've done in the past. Now, let's take a look at how they made up this photo with that fake astronaut with the one leg, shall we? They started off with a fake moonscape as shown here. I've shown the boot prints, the bottom right peg mark, the top right peg mark, and the spotlight. And you can see other two spotlights there, but according to that numbskull Astrobrand, they're lens flares. Every light anomaly, according to that nutter, is a lens flare. Another interesting point here, you can see the light rays coming from the spotlight. Now, if you look from the Earth in the night to the planet Mars, you'll see the planet Mars lit up, but you won't see light rays going from the sun all the way to the planet Mars. That's because light rays are invisible in a vacuum. You cannot see them in the night. Now, that's supposed to be the case with the moon. It's supposed to be a vacuum. Now, when I put this to that numbskull Astrobrand, he said you won't see these if you were standing on the moon because they're in the camera. What an idiot. Now, the next stage, this photo here, they just composited or copied and pasted on the trolley and this astronaut to make up the next photo, 9404. Now, the next stage, just take the landscape with the trolley and then they composited this astronaut onto the photo. That gives your next one, 9405. And here is the guy that done them photos, folks. On his desk you can see his compositing equipment. Photo on top of photo. You can see a pair of scissors. Remember when I showed you an earlier photo that NASA claimed was a photo of the Earth taken from the orbit of the moon? It turned out to be a 10-sided cut-out photo of the Earth and pasted onto a black background. There's most probably the scissors he used. Also you can see a pencil, most probably the one he used to pencil in these fake aerials. But behind him, look what you've got. You've got a fake landscape, a fake limb, an astronaut and a small flag. But most of all, what's important here, folks, is the wall at the back. Observe the wall at the back. You may be able to notice it here. That wall has got horizontal and vertical lines all through it. I'll show you another close-up of that wall. Notice the lines vertical and horizontal. They are important as to the proof of this man making up these photos. There you are. Do you see the horizontal and vertical lines in the back wall? Do you see them? Plain as day, aren't they? Now, look at this next one, Apollo 14. Under the same batch. You can only see a very faint aerial, but watch when I brighten it up. If you examine this photo, look at the black sky. It's all the same horizontal and vertical lines. You've got the number, get the photo down, brighten it up and take a look at it.